Background noise there. How you guys doing today? I don't know if people are going to like this subject. It's kind of a touchy one. Well, there's one person. That might be me, though. So, yeah, I was interested in talking again about the lavender system, a little more updates on that. And of course, open chat, depending on what people want to talk about and if anybody shows up. We'll open up the invite. And if I like you and I know you, I'll let you come up and have a chat. So yeah, I was showing you. This is apparently, I was just searching out maps. This apparently is a map of uh, zones or areas. Oh, sorry. The zones or areas where Israel has struck in Gaza. That's terrible. Don't like that anyway. So yeah, that was kind of interesting. You're using the lavender system, and we've gotten more information about how that system operates and what kind of judgment it uses. Um, it's got AI judgment, but there are different parameters of AI judgment that can be looked at, you know. Um, and I kind of wanted to discuss those because they vary widely. But we'll wait for a few people to roll in, and we'll do a curmudgeon until then. Really unpopular today. Where is everybody? There's Kunichi, changing it all over the place on me. Good day. How you doing? I'm just keeping up with the Israeli kill center they've got planned out. You can see I was looking for a map of Gaza, but you know where they're bombing stuff is pretty much a good enough indication. You can see from the map here on the right or on the left, that's pretty much where they are. Gaza Strip here, and I forget what they call the other place, but anyways, they've got the two areas there. The one connected to Egypt that nobody's going to let them out of. They don't let them out on the ocean. I don't know why, but these two places aren't even connected. So I don't know how these people get out. They're just like surrounded by drone strikes, I guess. But yeah, I wanted to discuss the system they're using because it's an interesting system. And let me see, where was that? There we go. That's the document I wanted to see. Also wanted to show you this. This is from the from the government of Canada. They actually put a disclaimer, which is very interesting. This is Policy Horizons Canada, okay? But you know, they put a little disclaimer here. What happens when biology and digital technology merge? Policy disclaimer. Policy Horizons Canada is strategic foresight organization within the government of Canada with a mandate to help the government develop future oriented policies and programs that are more robust, resilient in the face of disruptive change on the horizon. What kind of disruptive changes are you expecting? Hmm. The content of this document does not necessarily represent the views of the Government of Canada, but we're probably going to implement it anyway. Or participating departments and agencies. No, these are just the policies we're coming up with. Policy Horizons Canada. Very interesting title, eh? Hi, D Ocean. Good to see you. So this whole document's kind of whole blah, 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 blah disclaimer. But, the summary, let's see what the summary says. Go to the summary. Won't go to the summary. There we go. In the late 70s and early 80s, Canadians and policymakers began to understand the digital age was upon us, did we? Early movers seized opportunities, grappled with challenges, and initiated deft policies that provided benefits for decades. We continue to see the powerful effects of digitization, and more are surely to come. But we may be on the cusp of another disruption of similar magnitude. What disruption? That they were talking about earlier, these disruptions. Digital technologies and biological systems are beginning to combine and merge in ways that could be profoundly disruptive to our assumptions about society. Why would that be? The economy and our bodies. Wow. We call this the biodigital convergence. This paper sets out an initial framing to guide policy horizons, upcoming foresight work. Now, I wanted to kind of skip over a lot of this. I'll just skim over it a little bit. So they want full physical integration of biological and digital entities. I wonder which entities they're gonna include in that. Co-evolution of biological and digital technologies. 3. Conceptual convergence of biological and digital systems. This is wonderful, eh? So, what do they want to do? The biodigital convergence is opening up striking new ways to change human beings, our bodies, minds, and behaviors. Isn't that exciting? Let me say hello to everybody coming in here. Hi, Off the Hook. Good to see you. Yeah, God did not intend this for us. I agree. Caught me live, D. Yeah, God did not intend this for us. Um, I don't think God intended anybody to have this kind of power. I was talking with the wife earlier, sorry, not later, about, Atlantis and the fall of Atlantis, how they were turning people to stone. We probably are very close to that at this moment. We could probably, with some you know, a correction is coming. I hope so. There's got to be a summoning. Like we do know the way out of this. That's the thing, right? And that's what we have to promote. We need limits on this technology. We need them to stop spraying it in the airs, putting it in the food, putting it in the water. So stop with the nanotech. Limit the amount of power these devices can put out because we run at 600 times higher than places like China. Um, those are two good solutions. Number 3, go to gold. I had an interesting experience with that. Yeah, hard no, right? This is from the Canadian government. So they want to change or create other organisms. What? Or you want to make those organisms that you have total control over that have no rights. Is that what you want to do? Or alter other organisms to the point where they don't have rights. Alter ecosystems. That's exciting. I wonder if they're going to terraform it. Just terraform the planet for a different species. And then let's see if we can make a species that can't survive in this environment. We'll change the environment so that it's unlivable for humans, but maybe livable for this new species we're creating. Sense, store, and process. Sense, store, process, and transmit information. So they want to do that from biology and the convergence of biology and digital innovation. Manage biological innovation. Now, what biological innovation other than God's has been present until now? None. There was survival of the fittest and, that type of thing. Structure and manage production and supply chains. Well, yeah, they're doing that right now, right? Look what they did to that bridge that they can't fix, that they can't find the money to fix in the US. Possible characteristics of the biodigital system. Ooh, democratization. Oh, they're going to democratize us. Decentralization, we know that's a lie because there's always people that are in control of the algorithms that are exempt from many things. They've shown that already in some of the digital passports and dollars they use. Geographic diffusion. I don't know what they mean by that. So they're saying that you can't, oh God, that you can be untrackable. Okay, so they don't know where you are. Scalability, yeah. Customization and reliance on data. Wow, they're really out there on your side. Hey D. Oh, let me get my headphones on so I can hear you. Yeah, you mean Democratic us. Isn't that wonderful?
Hi.
Hi, how you doing? You enjoying this document brought to us by the
Oh, that's
Canadian government?
lovely. You
Isn't
guys
that
are just going to have a wonderful time with that, aren't you?
isn't that beautiful?
I bet you can't wait for that to roll out.
Yeah, so we can all do this. Like you guys can do this in your country. Your program will probably pop up. So you're looking for
Yeah, if they get
biodigital.
by with it up there, we're going to be the next ones, I can tell you.
Yep. So look up biodigital convergence. Those of you in the U.S. and your
Um,
biodigital convergence should pop up as well because they probably have a agency working on that right now for your
oh my God.
convenience.
I can tell you a lot of us are just not going to put up with that.
Well, not if they know about it. No, nobody
Yeah.
would put up with this if they knew about it.
Well, there's some people that are
Yeah, yeah.
going right
There's
for it, though. It's
yeah.
really weird. I don't understand why, but I guess they've been brainwashed enough or
Well, yeah.
something.
Well,
But
we've been hypnotized for years. They've been working on that for years,
and I
keeping us
think
distracted.
if you have convinced people that the physical is all there is, then this would look attractive, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
If you don't think that there's anything after this life, then you'd seek to infinitely prolong this one, and maybe through artificial means, through turning into a machine. And I think that was maybe the goal all along, because they plan these things hundreds of years in advance.
Hmm.
Because they live a long time. So, and by who I mean by they,
Well,
I don't think I
my
have to
wife was
explain
talking
that.
about, things like 1984. She doesn't understand that
Oh
these
yeah,
people have connections. She didn't know that those people have connections to these eugenicists and these psychopaths that are doing
absolutely.
these things. So it's not that they, are very creative or, can come up with these ideas all by themselves. It's already in the plan, you
Yeah, it's
know?
already there. It's
Yeah.
already been.
They're
And
just making a
who's
story out of it.
I have a theory that some of this may actually be, instead of just creative things that people come up with. Like, I have been a writer. I mean, I used to write fiction stories, science fiction, for non-professional publications.
Yeah.
Um, but we had some pretty decent writers that eventually some of them went on to write books and stuff. But um, the thing is,
Can hardly hear
you
me again. Oh,
you
God.
looking at some people who maybe these are actually memories. Maybe these are our soul's memories, either from another place, or maybe from another time because we know our history is screwed up. And how do we know this didn't all happen before? I've been watching a movie, or it's a series called Fallout. It's based on, I guess, the game.
Hmm.
But there's a lot of stuff in there.
Well, if it's Atlantis all over again, we'll start seeing people turned into lawn ornaments and stuff.
Yeah, lawn ornaments. I'm waiting for that to happen. Um, Roger came up with how that could happen too. Actually, there's a substance that
Yeah,
was in a that actually can turn you.
yeah, I've heard if you drink, there's siliconated water.
Yeah,
Water that has a huge amount of silicates in it. A lady actually died from drinking it because it hardened her
yeah, yeah.
body.
You saw that too. Huh?
Yeah, so that, and
Yeah.
you could probably, with all this wonderful tech that I'm showing you guys they have, they want to be able to change human beings, our bodies, minds, and behaviors.
Mhm. It's well, anyway, in this movie, I think they're letting go a lot of secrets. I think there's more disclosure. It's not a movie. I should call it a series. But yeah, in the Fallout series, it's available on Prime. I don't know if anybody else has seen it, but it's very interesting because, and this is a spoiler alert, in that one, it is found out that the elites had it planned all along to destroy the surface people. That they really want to wipe them clean and have them all in vaults so they are controllable. I'll have them all in separate vaults on underground, and then they
Interesting.
keep. It's like that was the plan all along.
D is overamped and I'm underamped. Okay, how does this
Oh,
work then?
sorry about that. I
That's
don't mean.
okay.
Shall I talk? Shall I talk softer?
I don't know. Hold on. It doesn't seem to like I'm not having great audio settings. Can everyone? I don't know if that's better. That's the usual settings I have it at. Is that better?
Okay, how's that?
We'll give it a second. We might be on a slight delay. A little. A little what? A little better? A little worse? A little better?
Is that okay? Well, I'll talk very softly.
Okay, so there. How about? Let me see. How's that? Is that better?
Hello, Indie Groove.
Hi,
Clear
Indy.
Kunoichi, Mr. Obvious, the hook,
Hey, Indy. Jensen, biological female.
and the
Hi,
Chad.
the Chad.
The Chad.
Quarantined life. You asked for it. Good comment. Hi,
Exactly.
Chad. Nice to meet you. Everyone say hi to Chad. John is louder now. Okay. Is D kind of leveled out to me or?
Is that a little better? I'm talking kind of soft.
Okay. I can edit your mic settings. I can't do mine. It won't let me edit mic settings
You
on mine.
you can't edit your mic
No,
settings?
no. It'll let me edit yours.
That's weird.
Let me see in this audio.
Because I can't edit
A
anybody's
little. Oh,
other
okay. Here we
than
go. Let me take off the reduced background noise. There. I'm at full volume. No filters, no nothing. That should be as loud as I can get it.
Should I?
She's still a little high.
Well, okay, but that's separate from the volume.
Hi, Dolly. Good to see you. Yes, better? Okay. It would help if I was better at working the mic. But...
Hello, Dolly.
So, yeah, they repeat all the things I told you in the beginning that they want to change human beings, our bodies, minds, and behaviors. Why is our government, and I'm sure your government has similar policymakers at work, why are they interested in changing our bodies? And they're very interested in taking care of our medical. Um, let's see, where does that come in?
That was actually in the movie.
So
It was an experiment.
here's some. disturbing and interesting stuff. Altering the human genome, our core biological attributes and characteristics. So advances in gene sequencing and editing, such as CRISPR 9CA, they're going to use. Machine learning helps scientists predict which genes to target for editing. The world's first babies to have their genome edited, born in China. Molecular biology enhanced by tools from computer science. So that's molecularly changing you with nanotech and energies. Monitoring, altering, and manipulating human thoughts and behaviors. So they have in the process neurotechnologies read brain signals to monitor attention and manage fatigue. Digital apps can help enhance brain health. SAP and emotive collaborative help to help the SAP employees manage stress. Americans spend 1.9 billion last year on apps to keep their brains sharp. Yeah, but you guys are putting out stuff to give us brain fog constantly. New ways,
Reliance on medication, probably, I mean, is what they want.
yeah, new ways to monitor, manage, and influence body functions, as well as predict, diagnose, and treat disease. And here's where the moneymaker is. Gene sequencing
Yeah,
entire samples help us understand complex environments such as the human microbiome, which a lot of this stuff affects the gut biome. Digital devices can be worn or embedded in the body to treat, monitor functionality, such as nanodust, and they're going to tell you, oh, you here, wear this, have this wearable, so that we can monitor you, but they don't need it. Machine learning systems can predict mortality and treatment outcomes. Yeah, because you're going to cause it, right? So
exactly.
let's see. Gardens liquid biopsy proves more accurate and faster than tissue biopsy. What's a liquid biopsy? Gardens liquid biopsy. I don't really want to know what that is. In
Oh,
patients with
dear.
lung cancer. Oh. University of Waterloo researchers develop a self-powering sensor for medical monitoring. Oh, isn't that wonderful?
Oh, that's great. You know, and if there are ever more people with lung cancer, then that would be very
A-
lucrative as well.
Amazon patent will allow Alexa to detect a cough or a cold. Isn't that awesome? AI gives reliable coma outcome prediction. How can you do that? Predictably, unless you cause it.
And we
Creating new
know that,
organs, enhancing human functionality. Creating new
oh,
organs. You need new organs, do you?
I don't have enough organs. Wow, new organs. Can I design them
So
myself?
again, people, this is from the government of Canada. This is from an advisory board hired by, working for the government of Canada. This is tax
Uh,
dollars at work. Uh,
Too bad Scotty isn't here. He'd probably tell you which organs he'd like to have.
gain of function humans. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, we
Right.
know what Scotty'd be opting for, spare
I don't want
organs.
some
But
chip on.
anyway,
Oh, Steve, hi, Steve. You already got chips. They put nano chips on everything.
yeah. Now these days, when they say, "Would you like chips with that?" you really got to watch out.
Like a sensor is to them is just any particle that they can make a change in. So if they can change its polarity, with blasting it with electricity, that's a sensor because they can
Hmm.
detect that. So they just spray a bunch of shit all over the place, and then their sensors detect it. They use them as sensors to detect it. So yeah, even in the UK, everywhere they're spraying, right? They put it
Yeah.
in the water and food too, so it's probably inside you too. Um,
You know, it
uh,
might not be so bad if we could actually trust the people in charge of this stuff.
it would be wonderful if we could trust the people in charge because
But we
they
can't.
could, yeah. What they could do with this is you could have perfect sleep every night. You could wake up refreshed and invigorated instead of tired
Oh,
and
yeah.
dragging. You could go to work with enough strength to do your job plus. You could come home and they could help you digest your food properly so you get the most nutrients out of it. Then after that, you could choose from to have a drink or be transmitted THC or even psilocybin to your brain. And then, you could have some romantic energies put in you and go make love to your wife. And then around, 10, 11 o'clock, they could give you a little key to tell your body to go to sleep. And you'd comfortably fall to sleep and have a good sleep. And that could be your entire life. And you'd
Oh,
have tons of
yeah.
energy. And they're even working on life extension with this. So that's why they're so interested in new organs.
I mean, there's dystopia written all over this where it could be great,
Two
but
factor authentication.
they're not going to do it that way.
Yeah. You are the two factor authentication. We're cybersecurity is us. We're the most secure thing. So let the yeah, right. That's what they're gonna
Yeah, and the
do.
groove, exactly.
That's what they're doing. They're doing it right now. Like they track everything. It's ridiculous. If you go outside, you get the dust on you, and that activates the dust inside you, and they use that to track you. This lavender system that they're using in Gaza, wow. Like, let's see here. Uh, I was watching some of the information on that, and it's all basics in, your digital dollar, basically, your digital profile. So what they're doing is they're tracking people using meta, your digital data that they've stored. So on the DigiU, which yeah, right, Steve, it is scary, but that's the thing. People have to know about it. People don't even know about it, and that's a real problem. Um, they store all the metadata on you, and they even like they're tracking you now. Like they're tracking different things: your heartbeat, your heart rate, EOG, ECG, brain waves, movements, everything. And they just keep that in a waveform pattern. And when they need to, the AI goes through it and tracks out what it needs, right? But they store all that data on you. And what they're doing now in Gaza is they're using that data that they have on people to target, right? And there's different levels and different parameters that you can use to target a person. You can go down to a specific where you could use like a um, micro drone, right? And have it down to facial recognition, heartbeat, device. You know, they could even detect your facial movements, your walk, um, and it could target you perfectly and get every single person that was doing a crime. But they need targets. The Israelis apparently need targets, so you can loosen those parameters. You can do it to, oh, maybe there's a device there that somebody used. That's one of the excuses they're using, is that we targeted a device of a known terrorist. And we killed 24 people to get that one person. Well, it's you know it's probably not that person. They don't really know. It could be. They don't know. If you're just targeting a device, what if somebody else takes that device, right? If they're just targeting somebody's walk, what if you have somebody that walks very similar to you and the AI decides that's close enough? You know, these criminals are running out of boogeyman. Yeah, to get to pot. What? Ditch my flip flops and get grounded. Yeah, yeah. Getting grounded is important because they're using you as an antenna, and they're not telling you, which means you can be overloaded like a circuit. Like for me, I lost teeth because of it. Other people, like my wife, it attacked her thyroid. It'll probably build a circuit through you over time, the use of your body as an antenna. And wherever it decides the overload system is going to be, that's what it'll use as an overload so you don't glitch out, right? So for some people it'll be internal organs. For me, it was my teeth. You know, that seems to be a pretty common one. But yeah, this stuff could be turned around completely. You know, to benefit us. Hi, F Kitty. They caught a bank deposit thief in London, by the way. He walked with. Yeah, he's CCT camera. Yeah, see, they could catch every pedophile. If they set AI to catch every pedophile, every criminal, they could do that. Because the body is fighting it, yeah, and using it, your minerals from the teeth and bone. Probably, F Kitty. That's a good explanation as any, right? Well, we were recently at our accountants doing our taxes, and my wife was asking because she got some extra money, and she was asking what to invest in it, RSPs and all that. And I suggested gold and silver, you know, and a few different things, and he said, "Oh yeah, gold. Invest in gold." You know, so even accountants know what's happening. It seems. And not gold certificates or gold bonds. Get the real thing. You can get. Hey, McLovin. I don't see him there. Where is he? I don't see you there. Let me go to YouTube. Sometimes they're hiding people on me. Still don't see him. You fooling me? Last night I thought I could see waffles. Yeah, you can get it from the Canadian Mint, but it's really expensive there. They charge a huge premium. What is it right now? Canadian. Let's check it out. Mint. Ounce gold shopping.
Okay, I'm back. I had to take care of Mr. Important.
33,575 to buy an ounce of gold in Canada. What's the
Ooh.
market? Let's go to gold price. Per ounce is, that's in euros. Where are we here? Gold US. No, go to Canadian. $3,299. So to buy it from the mint, you pay an extra $200 or so. That's not so bad. $275. That's quite a bit. But yeah, an ounce of gold in Canada's. They have smaller coins here that are like 1,000, one for 298, but it's probably only a quarter ounce or a tenth of an ounce or something. I was just saying our accountant advised us to get gold as an investment. Yeah, you don't see London either? Yeah. Yeah, gold will and silver. Silver's being really undervalued, so I bought more silver than gold. Um, because silver's being, if gold right now is skyrocketing up to like $2,500 an ounce, and the ratio usually is around 10 to 1 for gold to silver. And silver right now is $39, say, in Canada. So it really should be worth over $100 an ounce at a 10 to 1 ratio. So it's being undervalued. They hold back these markets, um, and they manipulate them. So yeah, the price is based on in dollars though. Yeah. No, you're not the only one off the hook. You just crotch it at them.
Watch a crotcheting this time.
I don't know. I think she's done the couch. Are you done the couch yet? The little pet couch. I think she was crotcheting one of those. Yeah, they
Hmm.
do, Steve. They do manipulate it. Like silver is really cheap right now compared to what it should be, um, and it really doesn't matter how much you spend on it to get it. Just get it because once the dollar is worthless, or you want a UB or a digital dollar, really it'll be just stabilizing the money you have at the moment. You know, it'll go up in price
I
for
just,
sure.
I made a hat. I found the hat that I made out of RFT, out of, blocking material.
Yeah,
Out of, yeah, I found it. It's actually a hat liner.
yeah. My
And
wife
I'm
just
thinking,
ordered two caps from Lambs. They got new baseball caps.
yeah, well, this is long enough that you could put it over you could pull it down and put it over your eyes too while you were sleeping, which might help.
Oh
But,
yeah, that's cool.
yeah, I have the pattern again now, so I might be able to make those again. Um, out of what?
Hmm.
Well, guess who that is there? I don't know if you can hear him, but
Yeah. Well, you can buy fabric. Like, hold on one second.
yeah, I've got some fabric
When I bought
too.
it, wasn't too expensive. I think it was like $15 a square meter, but it was pretty good for
You-
the price. You know,
Did
you
you know
can.
you can buy yarn hook? You can buy
Like
metal
yarn.
embedded yarn off of Etsy.
Oh, that's interesting. I wonder if it like you don't have a circuit tester, but you could. No, I wouldn't do that either.
I I don't, but it's an interesting idea. What they've done is they've taken and spun the metal fibers very, very thin,
Yeah,
just like they do for the material, and then they twist it in with the yarn. So, so it's not just, well, you can buy though silver roving, for instance. It's not cheap,
yeah.
but it is viable. And if
Golden
you
yarn.
find, I always thought if I could get a hold of some, find out if it works, if you could combine it with a softer yarn.
Well, that would be wonderful. Even like because it's a yarn, it'd all be like up against each other. You wouldn't necessarily have to make sure that there's a continuous circuit if it all bumps into each other.
Yeah, see, that's the trick is you'd have to make sure that it forms an effective grid that way. I'd like to know, see,
You
there is a
want gold
metallic
yarn? That's
coating
a
on Mylar.
really good idea there, Dee.
Has anybody gotten any kind of readings on Mylar? Because the old-fashioned Mylar had metal.
It does work to some degree. It's not because it's so thin though. It's not
Yeah.
yeah, and you can't
Well,
ground it because
that's
it's encased in plastic.
Well, the reason
But I'm
is
thinking this yarn, if you could get a metallic yarn and have it make a continuous circuit just by its, all the different pieces of metal in it bumping into each other. I'm looking at it now. I'll share the image.
yeah,
That looks like
because
a really good possibility there, D. D. That's I didn't
if
know that
uh,
existed.
if I could, well, yeah, it has to be made by hand by somebody though, because that's not a product that you're going to find in the open market,
Oh,
probably, and in Amazon
eBay.
too too
Metallic
often. But
gold yarn, 13 ounce weight, 300 grams, knitting crochet, $130.
yeah, see, it's not cheap at
Let's
all.
see, gold metallic yarn. That one's not bad. That one's only $12.80 Canadian.
What for? What?
It's gold metallic yarn and cotton. It's probably a blend of
Oh, now
silver and
wait a
gold.
minute. If it says gold metallic, that could just be the color
Could be.
because they have a mylar yarn that is considered metallic. But is it got any metal in it? Not really. Not really got, So that, that once again, being a fabric person, I'll
Mm-hmm.
tell you right now that just because it says metallic doesn't mean there's any metal in it at all, especially with paint. It's just like paint.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, they do often put metal particles. It might not be completely what you think it is. Like
yeah,
to make gold paint, you could use a mix of lower cost metals to get the same color,
yeah,
but you're still using a metal. So even if they're not using like 100% gold, if they're using like a blend of
yeah.
metals,
Well, to
um,
make things sparkly, you can just use mica or fish scales. Yeah.
but this, here, let me share this. This actually looks pretty good. Um, this is a metal yarn. Let's zoom
You
out.
can do a
So this
faux.
is a metal yarn. It looks like it's been wrapped around the metal. Like they could do that. You could get a machine to do that.
Now, if it's spun metal, it's worth something. Yeah, it's really worth something. And you can, oh, yes. Well, I've got the fabric. Yeah, my hat that I made is made out of, or the hat liner is made out of, it has, it's the copper nickel kind of fabric.
Yeah,
The only thing is that I got
nickel
to say,
copper is a good barrier, so that works as well.
mhm,
It will stain more. The copper will bleed out and turn green.
yeah,
But
yeah. If you don't have some kind of thing between you
yeah,
and the copper or nickel, and if you're allergic to nickel, you're in trouble. But well, but if it's a barrier, you should be able to line it and be okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like I've got a jean jacket. I could line my jean jacket with that fabric, and that would
yeah.
work as a good barrier, right?
Well, here's another thing too. I was thinking if I have a loom, I have a knitting loom that's pretty easy to use, and if I had it in a form that was knittable like that, like the yarn, I could knit half of it in and then turn it in on itself, half of it in the metallic and the other half in regular yarn. Then you'd have the nice fluffy stuff touching your skin and
Yeah,
the other
yeah.
stuff on the outside of it. But we don't know if it's really going to work knit,
I
if it's going to make the right kind of grid.
I bought
That's the
10
only
meters
thing.
of this stuff, Mr. Obvious, so I could put it under between the mattress and the box spring, and then have it
Mhm.
come up over on top of me, so I'm sandwiched in between it when I sleep. I don't
There's
get up to pee
also
anymore, and I have really good sleep.
there's also a fabric that has some kind of carbon in it. It's not metal, but it's something else conductive that they have
Yeah,
in it. and it's much cheaper. You
Hmm.
can go for that, or you can go for the copper nickel is much cheaper. The silver is expensive. I have
Yeah.
some of it. It was like
I
60
bought,
bucks a yard
yeah, I bought 5 meters of that for my wife. It
years
was like
ago. Yeah.
300 or $500. I can't remember. It was
Yeah.
expensive.
Years
I bought the
ago, it was
copper nickel for
60 a
me.
yard.
Yeah, I bought the copper and nickel for me. Yeah, it's
Hmm.
RF blocking, Steve.
Yeah.
Almost any metal will work as a blocker to some
But,
degree or another.
but
If we
I'm,
can ground it, it's even better.
I'm thinking if I can get the metallic yarn, though, there's another technique that takes a lot longer, but you could probably embroider a grid on things like they did in the old days. And I really have this theory that I see a lot of the, particularly Asian, um, like I saw an Asian hat close up. It was covered in a fine pattern of metal embroidery.
Yeah,
And you can't tell me that that wasn't on purpose, that that was just strictly to show off. I don't think so. Because
yeah, it could
these
be.
clothes weigh a ton.
Yeah,
And I can't imagine you wanting to weigh a ton for, no particular reason except maybe just show. Well, okay, maybe. But I almost think maybe uh, that at one point had a different purpose.
yeah.
Maybe they knew something. And maybe we've been through this before because
Yeah, the
something
crown.
happened.
I've done shows talking about the crown too, because it looks like
Yeah,
more
the
could have
crown.
been more of a technological device than we think. You know.
Absolutely.
So yeah, technology is fragile. You're right, into groove, and off the hook, they don't have all their systems in place. Otherwise, you wouldn't have your own thoughts by now. You wouldn't be operating on your own. So they're working on it. We are in the battle still. Um, so there is still time if we can get awareness out there and get a rejection of this technology. We have
Hmm.
to, you know, put, like I say, put limits on these things, like these 5G steerable beam technology. I don't think we need it. There's enough data streams in 4G to transmit what you need, even at lower levels. Like we use 600 times more radiation, more energy output than Chinese do to transmit their data, and there's no reason for it. So
5D doesn't even work that well.
no, it's not really that great of a technology. And they have to use us to amplify it. So
Yeah.
how good is that?
Right, Dolly. Metal roof paint, or maybe just that blue roof
Yep.
paint that repels
Yeah.
the lasers.
Well, I got my wife to get. We ordered two Faraday baseball caps, and they're blue.
Uh-huh.
That way, they won't be able to laser my head off, right?
Right. And then, I was laughing because there is somebody who had special caps made with that lining. And I'm thinking, oh, yeah, that's
Yeah, there's
great.
a bunch of people that make it. Um,
Yeah.
Rex Bear has a guy that he
Yeah.
uses.
Rex Bear has a guy he orders it
Yeah,
from. That's
it's
where I
not
first,
Lambs. It's a different
I
company.
gave him that idea, dude.
Did you?
I
Oh,
actually did. I used to
yeah,
be in his chat a lot. I was
yeah,
also there when he made it rain, when they made it rain, when I made it rain in LA,
yeah,
in California. But yeah, uh, I said okay finally because nothing much was happening, and I finally said okay. But it was so rainy here, and every time I send rain somewhere else, it rains here. And we'd already had such a rainy year because everybody needed water that year.
mm. I haven't seen
So,
them use titanium for that yet, Brian. It might be in some of the meta components they make. Um, if you look up meta materials, you'll get a whole. There'll be companies out there, and you can look up their products. We did that last week. That was fun.
oh yeah, the Democrat. That's right. Blue is a Democrat. Maybe ooh, that's sneaky, isn't it?
What's that?
Because blue is the Democrat color here.
in relation to?
The Democratic Party, in relation to the blue paint being the,
Oh, good point. Yeah, good point. Interesting.
isn't that
Okay, I see the
interesting?
connection
Yeah,
now. Sorry,
that's
I didn't. I
true.
wasn't getting the connection there. Okay, I see
Yeah,
what you
that's
mean. Yeah.
interesting. Yeah. Yeah, well, Dolly said it too. Yeah, I thought of it, but I didn't ever say it because I thought, nah. But then now I'm thinking, you know what? That's not impossible because
Randy,
it could be
it
that,
could.
yeah, blue hats versus red hats. Yeah. Wow, that's bizarre. But yeah, I decided to make, but boy, those hats are expensive though.
Oh yeah, yeah. I
They're
think they were like
really
ninety
freaking
dollars a piece.
expensive. Yeah.
$90 a piece.
Yeah, prohibitively for me. And then
Yeah,
I teased Rex a little bit. I said, well, then what's going to happen is that's great. But when what was it? He had the kind that was radiation proof too.
yeah,
And I said, that's great because they'll still have at least the top of your head and your brain to preserve, right?
yeah,
Artificially, the rest of your body might get blown away.
yeah. I that Z talk is it Z talks you take?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Regal's
So
Detox.
yeah, you're looking, Brian. Look for a product with zeolite in it, and
Yeah,
that'll help detox the heavy metals that they use and graphene
absolutely.
oxide and other things like that.
Yeah. They
That'll
use zeolite to clean water and
yeah,
air.
that'll help it get out of you.
Um,
There's other
it's a
detox too.
mineral.
Look up that kind of thing.
So yeah, and the Regal Detox is the only kind I found that really gets into your blood and works.
Yeah,
There are others, but really the Regal is the best kind I've found that actually does something. The other
good.
zeolite will be kind of like sand and it'll work on your digestive system. But unless you get something micronized to get into your bloodstream, you're not going to clean your blood with it.
Yeah, zinc, along with other things, helps detox the body and the
Yes, zinc.
cells of toxins. Yes.
Yes, zinc. Yeah. The zeolite
Easy.
to reabsorb and remove it exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah, I would. I think I'll do. I haven't done zeolite yet. I have to go and see if we can actually get it here in Canada. Um, but I'm going to do it on an on-off basis and see how I react to it. See if there's much of a difference. I like to experiment and stuff. I think I'm a clone. I've dreamt of dying so many times. I'm
You know
suspicious.
what? I've suspected that D-hook too because I've had these dreams where I've died. And you're not supposed to have them. They always say you can't have a dream where you die. Well, I have.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. If you
yes,
have
I have.
surgical titanium in you, that's fine. It's contained in a
Mhm.
metal form. It's not in nano form. So, and titanium isn't bad for you anyways. So it's actually very conducive with human body. So we have a little bit of it in us all the time. It's good for you.
Regal's Detox they have it on Amazon and they also have it on the Regal site. You
Prussian
can look
blue.
at the Regal products but I'll tell you something, if
Yeah.
I ever see Regal being the reason to buy it from Regal, the guy is doing it
Yeah.
at just the bare minimum to keep in business because he's doing it kind of as a labor of love because he started it due to cancer patients. He had some, I guess, loved ones.
So yeah, another thing too is keeping grounded, Brian. Like we have to detox all this
Mhm.
stuff out of us, but keeping grounded all the time. I wear several devices
Yeah.
that stop my teeth from falling out. These are just homemade stuff. I've done a video on how to make some of them. I wear one around my neck. There was one I made. I made one for Magellan's. It really helps a lot. It's great. Look back at my videos. I think it's my highlighted video on my channel right now, so that people can watch it and make their own.
I
So
have
get
stuff.
grounded, and that'll help.
The
Go ahead.
jewelry that I make is copper core with silver and gold coating for a reason. That stuff, um, I can make it then in kind of a chain where it's flexible and
Yeah.
not just stiff. So you can actually put it around your wrist or your neck more comfortably.
Yeah.
Hmm. So, but yeah, get yourself some kind of,
I wear
get
several
yourself.
because it's heavy energy around here, and I'm really sensitive to it because I've been electrocuted a few times. So, yeah. Yeah. So I
There's
do
the
different
thread,
things like
honey.
that.
Yeah.
This is a good one too.
I
This
would
just
love
goes
to
over
have
your
some of
belt
that
loop.
thread.
Yeah, I think that'd be awesome if you could crotchet some clothes out of that. So this just
Yeah,
goes
that
over
is
your belt loop. Just
okay.
slide it over your pants. So that's just
Is
for
there a
the
way to
negative
get
part.
the link to that?
Yeah, I can share it with you.
Cool. Oh, go. Oh shoot.
Hold
I can't do it from here though. Let me see if I can get you tuned in on the other device.
on. I can send it by Gmail.
Your
I'll send
crotchet
you. I'll send you
project.
the search that I.
Well, you have my email, don't you?
Yeah,
That would be great.
there we go. I sent you the search that I did for it. So
Yeah, either that or one of these days I got to give you my phone number, then you can just text me.
that's
Well,
harder.
oh, I could
Email's
give you
much
my,
easier. I have your phone number.
oh, you
Email's
do?
much better. Yeah,
Okay.
email's easier. I hate
Okay.
phones. I want to get rid of my phone. And as soon as I get an MP3 player, I'll probably barely take my phone anywhere.
Yeah, I'm thinking if I put anything like, uh, if I use anything like TikTok or anything, I'm probably going to do it through my tablet, but not my phone. Because my phone just has too doggone much information on it.
Yeah.
My tablet, not so much. Might be a little
Oh,
safer.
sorry to hear that off the hook. That's terrible.
Oh dear, I'm sorry to hear that. Pancreatic cancer. Yeah.
We just have to believe. Yeah, I also started buying shirts from Lambs. They're Faraday shirts about 3 or 4 years ago. Actually, maybe longer. Because I used to get sick feeling in the winter. It would start in the fall, and it matched my EMF meter going off. So um, I started wearing metal shirts, and I stopped feeling ill and tired all winter. So that really helped. There's lots of ways
I've
we
got
can
to
help
get
ourselves.
some.
So,
I got
if
to
you're
get some
feeling,
metal clothes made. I've found some of my material,
yeah,
so I can start to get some of that made again.
yeah.
I it's just
Hi,
been so.
Nina. Yeah, we're still figuring out how to stop the login to you of using you as an antenna. The detox will help because
Yeah,
they have several different ways of using your body. Unfortunately, they can do it with radio. They can use it through radio waves. Pretty much everything now. Every type of wave you can imagine, they can transmit through you. We make uh, we make a great antenna, unfortunately.
hi Brian, hi Nina, hi Steve, hi anybody else who came in and I didn't
Yeah.
see. It's yeah,
Pretty
well,
slick.
but
Yeah.
we don't really have much choice. We are metal because we have red blood with
Yep.
iron in it.
Yep. They use your
And
bloodstream, your muscle tissue, your bones.
Yeah. I mean, Roger reiterates that again and again. It's like the metal that we're mining in a vein, like a vein of gold or a vein of silver. Why do you think it follows a vein
That's
in a,
D. That's D
yeah,
money.
yeah. So basically, it's, why would you, why would you not realize that we call things what they are for a certain reason? Some of these things are what they are.
Yep.
They're veins.
Yep.
they're
Veins and arteries.
they're rock faces because
Artesian
they're
wells or arterial wells. You know.
yes.
And
I'm like, God, are we that? Yeah, yeah. Actually, we're that hoodwinked. We're that gaslighted that we don't even listen to what we're saying.
yeah. Is that better? Off the hook? I'm saying the volume's off again. Hi, Soso. Good to see you.
I'm sorry, I don't have mine up. As a matter of fact, I'm practically whispering over here.
Yeah. Like, I don't know.
He sounds normal to me. That's the weird thing is he sounds completely normal over here. I'm practically whispering right now.
Yeah. I don't know what to do
Sometimes
with
I
this
think they
control.
disrupt our shows on purpose.
Well, yeah, when you're giving out good information that'll help people,
Yeah,
it's that's
they
got to be put
frequently
down,
give
you know.
me some kind of static or something when the guest comes on or some kind of stuff. And it's
Yeah.
like, oh, yeah, right. And
So have you been practicing piloerection or giving yourself goosebumps? Have you tried that as a cure for? I don't know if you experience any of the sudden onset of symptoms from EMF radiation like I do.
giving myself goosebumps or practicing what?
Piloerection. We talked about this last time. A
Uh
couple of
oh.
yeah.
No.
Okay. So let me explain this. So apparently there is a way to stop them from logging into our system. It's through piloerection, which is basically giving yourself goosebumps. It changes the charge on your skin and stops them from
Ah,
entering.
okay. So I need to just find a way to reliably give myself goosebumps.
Yeah, it has its benefits, but I think it has its flaws too. Like you have to know when they're logging into you, so you have to be sensitive enough to know that.
Yeah. Oh, they change my words all the time too. It's like I'll type something in and it's like, you got to be kidding me what they change it to. Sometimes they change it to, in fact, things that would be kind of mean
Right?
to say that I had no intention of saying.
Yeah.
And it gets switched, and then you don't notice it until it's out there. I think that's intentional too. I think some of that's intentional too. I don't know. I think really our biggest problem is the wrong dang people are in charge of too many things.
Yeah, things that could be
That's our
beneficial for
biggest
us,
problem.
that have just been gone awry. Yeah.
Mhm. And once again, I'll say if you get access to it, go ahead and watch the Fallout series because the Fallout series is, I guess, based on the game. I didn't play the game, but the series I just watched, and I think there's a lot of truth in there
Oops.
because a lot of the stuff that they brought up is that would make sense. It would make sense. That's why a lot of this stuff is going on because certain corporations want to control everything. They can make a nice place for themselves if the underground super cities are
Mm-hmm.
true, if that's true, well, then they've got their beds already made and they don't have to care about people on the surface so much.
Hmm. Well, yeah, they're building bunkers.
Right.
Elon Musk and Zuckerberg and all them.
Yeah. So they're saying, oh, there is no Earth too. Well, yes, there is, but it's under the surface. So, yeah, if that is true, then yeah, they have Earth too. They don't need the surface. The surface is just kind of something they're experimenting and playing with
Well,
right
they'll
now.
save it. They don't want to really destroy it. Like the threat of nuclear war, they might do it, but it'll just be local.
Oh,
Um,
yeah. Yeah, because you don't want to destroy everything. I mean, some
Like
of
they've
it's
got other ways to
valuable.
kill everybody off. They don't need to do that.
Yeah, you don't really need. I keep telling people, I don't think we're really ever going to have that kind of war.
No, they could go as low tech as just spraying poison from the sky, nerve poison,
Yeah,
nerve toxin.
we have so many ways to kill people
But
now
that would
that
be
it really
messy.
isn't
You know,
needed.
they don't want us to lay in the streets rotting. They'd rather us walk ourselves
Right.
to the morgue, and then they can make some money off it, and they can compete for who gets the most property and land
Mhm.
and stuff. Because that's still all up for grabs. So that game is still on.
Yeah, it's basically in the series they had the vault people. Most of them did not know that the vaults were individual experimental units. That was really what they were there for. Is they were trying different things on the different vaults
Okay,
and
little
coming up
social
with,
experiments. Yeah,
yes, all kinds of social and chemical and other experiments, psychological and so on experiments. And the vault dwellers didn't know. They just thought that they were going to save humanity one day by coming back up to the surface and restarting the world.
yeah. Put your
Little did they
chat in.
know that people had already started to do that and they torched them again.
Yeah, put your link in chat there, Nina,
So,
and Indy, and everybody else that makes content.
so yeah, that,
So they were trying to pick the perfect society, or what?
well, they were experimenting. They were corporations. What happened was they actually showed a bunch of corporations sitting together and talking about what they were going to do and what the best thing was for humanity. And of course, the heads of these corporations thought that they had all the best plans, but they knew they didn't agree with each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they only agreed on one thing: the world needed to be controlled by them. That's all they agreed with. So they banded together and divided everybody up among them,
Yeah.
divided the individual units up among them. And so you could do whatever you wanted in your units.
Mm-hmm.
You could perform whatever experiments you wanted, et cetera,
Yeah.
because they were all, blocked off from each other. And they are right now. This is a commentary on how they're trying to separate us. If they separate us into the 10-minute cities, that's exactly what they'll do. You know
Yeah.
it.
Hunger Games, right?
Yes. That's why
Hunger
we don't
Games
want that.
on a massive scale. Hunger Games was probably just like a lollipop version of what they have in mind.
Probably. So yeah, it was so out there. It's like, really, I'm telling you, look, check out Fallout, the movie, and it's just so. Some of the concepts in there, I'm pretty sure we're
Mm-hmm.
dealing with a soft disclosure, the kind of disclosure that they give us when they want to.
Yeah, Vegas. Yeah, you guys are isolated.
Oh yeah, in Vegas, yeah,
That's where they'll film the future Road Warriors.
yeah.
See a big monster truck driving up the glass pyramid there.
Oh man, I just can't even imagine.
I'm hoping we don't get there. I think we can avoid it. There's still time. They haven't gotten their control systems all in place and all the tech straightened out and the algorithms and everything. They're still working on it. There's a lot of things they can do. They can alter our moods. They can make us agitated, make us sick. But controlling our minds is still a little bit out of reach for them on any scale other than laboratory, as far as I know. I'm hoping. Husband will be able to retire. Yeah, that's good. I had another, what, 13 years to work? 12 or 13.
The problem is they're not trustworthy.
No. No, government should. And I was going to highlight this on that document I was showing that one of their big um, pushes was for health care, right? I'm sorry, government is not good at anything. And they think that they're going to be
No,
good at our health care? I'm
no.
sorry, but no. No, 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 no. You know, one of the documents I read talks about them accidentally transmitting you a wrong disease. And that wording really bothered me.
A wrong disease.
Yes, what's the right disease? Because if there's a
um,
wrong disease, that implies that there's probably a right disease, right?
I don't know. Maybe if they give a woman testicular cancer,
So, yeah, that would be the wrong
that would
disease.
be the wrong one.
Yeah, so
That's not funny, but it is.
it
Okay.
is, but it isn't. Yeah, no, we got to have a sense of humor about this stuff. It's sick, but if we can get it out there, hopefully we can get enough people to care about it so we can get some of these, some limits put in place, some controls on this shit, you know.
Oh, by the way, if you wonder if you're being targeted, how are your teeth? Teeth are one of your first things that gets attacked,
Yeah.
that you have problems with, and
Mm.
it's kind of that seems to be across the board. If
Yeah,
you
shifting
haven't,
teeth too. Your teeth can start shifting all over the place
yeah,
on you too.
and if you have any metal fillings,
Yeah, even the apparently even the regular ones like the
yeah.
ceramic ones. Um, well, it's kind
I
of a
knew something
ceramic.
was
The
up when mine
plastic
all
ones,
started dropping out.
they'll
Mine all
actually
started.
attract the radiation, like the vibrations and radiation.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's mostly the ones that I've lost have been the ones that have fillings.
The thing that really I think is insidious is the way that they advertise things too, especially for women. During Breast Cancer Awareness Month, what do they always tell you? They tell you you need to go put your breasts in a radioactive boob smusher.
Yeah,
Now, given that radioactivity is cumulative in the body, how much good are you doing yourself
yeah,
to have that done every single year of your life?
yeah. And if you do have like a tumor formed from it, like from cancer, aren't they going to
Hmm.
pop that open and get it into your bloodstream?
Yes, and oh, that's another really weird little fact
Yeah, build
is
yourself a
that
bracelet or a device there, Brian, and hopefully that'll
every
stop.
every tumor is actually like a placenta.
Hmm.
The stuff that the tumor is in
Growing a little.
is the same stuff as a placenta.
Well, that's gross. Yeah, they often have hair or teeth on them, don't they? Hold on one second.
Well, yeah, even if you're trying to take care of your teeth. And the EMF, I have a feeling, yeah, when my fillings all started to break at once. I mean, that's when I really got into this stuff. It was after my death. And,
This is
it was
really easy
after
to
my
read.
NDE, my near death experience that I had in the accident. It was after that that I started having all kinds of problems and with my teeth. And when I was trying to tell people about what happened to me and what I was seeing and what I was experiencing, I started having all kinds of problems.
Hmm.
So it was really bizarre. It was like the timing is weird.
Yeah. So here, I'll show you guys how I
Um,
do this one.
well, you know what? My mother, she had most of her teeth into her 80s,
Yeah.
whereas my generation, a lot of people had them out by their 30s, had them all gone. I still have some.
Yeah.
I don't have them all, but I still have some.
Okay. So this is just wrapped around the negative pole here. It's very, very simple. Okay. So you cover the positive pole, wrap it around the negative pole there. Then you just go down the side and around. It goes under. Oh, let me get the bottom off for you so you can see that. Then it just goes around the bottom. Okay. Back up, over, and then just back around the bottom. There's one piece that's got the end on it, and you can come back up the side a bit if you want. But that's the easiest way, and you just put that on your neck. So really simple, really easy, really effective. So there, wanted to show that for people. I hope everybody got that. You can go back, pause the video. I'll show it again really slowly and move it around so you can see
Yes,
it how
I
it's
have over
wrapped.
half my teeth still. So
Yeah, me too. I've lost
I guess
5 of
I'm
them. How
very
many we're supposed to
lucky.
have? 32? So I've lost 5 of those.
Oh, if you have 32, then I've lost more than half,
Yeah.
slightly.
So yeah, just the negative pole again. Down around the side. Oops. Down around this side.
Bye, Nina. Have a good day.
All the way around, then up. Loop it around. And have it come around, back around down the side and over the bottom a bit so you can tape it in place and put tape around the outside and that'll keep it in
I'm
place.
not sure I'd be. I'm not sure I'd be brave enough to drill my own teeth, though, Dolly.
Dolly, don't do that. I don't know. I suppose
I've
you can.
considered it, though. Hey,
Yeah.
it's considering what dental
See,
care is
I've had
like.
cavities go away too. Like cavities can disappear. Like they're
Yeah,
not a
you can
permanent
get rid of
thing.
cavities.
So
Hydroxyapatite, if you can get a hold of stuff with hydroxyapatite, I recommend BioRepair toothpaste. You can get it through Amazon if you need to get it through Amazon, but it's BioRepair. It's foreign, though. It comes from Italy.
hmm.
So it's an import, but because we don't use hydroxyapatite over here because it works too well. But they do have it in, I believe, Japan as well. So, but hydroxyapatite, that does contain the mineral that will remineralize your teeth. And if you have a problem and that it's just a carie, like a cavity, it will help that. And it has helped so many people with aching teeth that I have told about it. If your teeth are aching all the time, get yourself some BioRepair and give that a try. It's not that expensive. It's
I've heard of that indie groove regrowing teeth. There apparently
Yeah,
I've heard of tooth buds too, where they can implant a tooth and they stimulate the area like you're talking about electrically.
absolutely.
Some of the technology that I was going over talks about architecture, like adding an organ to us. You know, changing
Mhm.
our biology and adding an organ to us. See, they could do that. They could make you whole again, pretty much. They just have to. And it's not that they have to know your genetics or anything. They just have to transmit the right architecture, and your
Hi,
body will just
Scotty.
follow the architecture. Hey, Scotty.
Well, see, that's just the thing is there is a fellow, and I don't have the link, but he does talk about how the body is an electrical system and your teeth are actually circuit breakers. So as you lose your teeth, you're losing your circuit breakers.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
I'll
he
put
even
that.
tells you which systems the teeth are linked to.
I'll put a link to that document in chat for you, Steve, if you want to take a peruse of it. Yeah, I
So
don't know. I don't know exactly what they mean by what is the construction of new biological entities. I do not know. I have some ideas, and then none of them are really all that good.
yes, and none of them are particularly happy. So
No.
none of them are anything I'd want to have around, I don't think.
Yeah. If you're interested, let me see. What else do I have pulled up here?
Yes,
Uh,
coconut oil is very good for that.
oh, here. This is a cool one too. This is Corona, a coordinate routing system for nano networks. That's a good one. Here's a good read for you.
Coordinate what? Wait, what?
Oh
Wait,
yeah,
what,
this
man?
one's really good. So
Hang on.
Corona, coordinate routing system for nano networks. So um, it introduces a joint coordinate and routing system, Corona, which can be deployed dynamically on an ad hoc nano network. So what they're talking about is taking control of systems and nodes and sensors in an ad hoc or in situ on the fly situation where they need to have command and control of an area. Well, those node sensors and stuff, they're meant to be you. So,
No, brother.
oh, brother. Yeah, and I'm wondering, I'm not sure on this one, but I believe that they uh, implemented this system on a wide scale to test out at least, probably around 2020.
Living bio glue from cleaning supplies. Now, that is a level of MacGyverism that is really unparalleled.
Oh, God, yeah, that would be wonderful, eh?
Yeah, we need that kind of madness.
Just a fungus that goes around and eats other fungus, you know.
Oh, geez. Yeah.
But it's mobile, so, you know. I don't know what it is exactly, but yeah, I don't know what they could make. It's what they plan to make. We'll have to look at. You can go to the IEEE. Here, I'll go there for you.
Can recreate humans to be complete slaves. Of course. Isn't that then get the slaves back on the plantations? Come on. You know that's what it is.
Here, you can find all the fun stuff that they're working on at the IEEE because they work in conjunction with DARPA and other agencies and stuff.
I don't know.
Let's
I
see. Let me catch up. um,
Butlerian jihad.
hmm.
Oh boy.
That's their plan there, off the hook. We're still ahead of that. We're still before that. So we got to get on this.
Yeah.
If they could do it, they would have done it already. We'd already be voting the way they want. We'd be doing whatever they want. You'd be
There's
thinking
some
the way
people
they
that
want.
are though, and that's what worries me.
There are, and that's the lower levels of programming they've been employing for hundreds of years, right?
Right.
Media and stuff. Lily Wave and your mood augmentation. They've been doing that for 50 years. The Doppler radar system to track your movements. I think that's been out about 40 years because it came out when I was young. So they've been tracking your movements and stuff since
Of course.
then. Eliminate the thinking machines. Yeah, that's what they want to do.
Oh, the temporary fillings really help slow down. Yeah. Because as soon as you're like I had some crowns, as soon as those come off, the underneath teeth have been, they've taken off your enamel.
Yeah.
They go really fast.
Huh.
So,
Well,
trying to
I'm
keep
never
her.
having a cavity dug out or filled again. That's my thinking on it.
Yeah.
Because
Um,
I've had cavities that never done anything. They just formed and they're actually reducing now since I've been grounding. I think it'll take years, but they seem to be becoming smaller. So yeah,
damn.
that's now there is hope in that there too into groove because they usually work with negative thoughts, right? So and if you keep your body clean, if they can't get the as much nanotech in you as they need to control you by keeping clean and cleansing, um, you know, and you know yourself. Know thyself was one of the things the Bible and other writings tell you. So know thyself, right? Yeah, that
Right.
means knowing your thoughts. If you're having thoughts come in and you know they're not right, you know they're not
Those
yours.
aren't my thoughts. Yeah.
Yeah. And in some cases too, they may be your thoughts repeated back to you.
Hmm.
That's what the lily wave has been able to do to people for 50 years.
You know what? I have been probably annoying the heck out of them then because I have been sending some really happy little thoughts
Yeah,
out.
keep your thoughts happy and they don't have anything bad to record, right? But they do
Right.
move
If
on.
you
After
can,
that, they move on to physical things. If you ever had any
yeah, they do
physical
move on.
traumas, they move on to
True.
those. I
And
had
if
that
you,
happen. I had gotten control of all my emotions and stuff, and they couldn't do anything. So I had put a nail through my foot when I was young, and I was sitting there in the living room, and all of a sudden it felt like that nail went right through my foot again. I was able to
wow,
use my mind and get rid of it because it wasn't real, but that took quite a bit of effort, you know. Good to see you, Scotty.
I've had stuff like that
Mm-hmm.
where I've had suddenly stuff from when I was younger, all of the injuries that I've had. But you know, if you're healing something, there could be another explanation, though, John. If you're healing something emotionally
Mm-hmm.
and spiritually, you can revisit those same feelings when you're healing it as when you got it.
Yeah,
It could be that was a layer coming off.
could be.
Let's try to think positive. In a positive, it could
That
be
is a
that.
positive outcome for it. Yeah.
But yeah, you might go through the same things, the same feelings you had
Mm.
when you got whatever it was, which I'm going to try and ascribe those symptoms because otherwise life is just too scary. Because
Well,
I get,
knowledge gives you power, right? The knowledge
yeah,
of it gives you power over it.
yeah,
Because I knew it was a fake pain, right?
right. It's
And
not
I,
the actual thing. So,
right. And when the emotions come in, you know it's a, when they're sending you falsified emotions or copied emotions from the past, then you know that's not real, that it's not from you
hmm,
because you're in a positive state. So
yeah,
you can shed off those negative emotions easier with the knowledge that it's not from you. I
right.
know a lot of people around
Absolutely.
me are struggling with that right now, and I keep telling them about it. The people around me are listening to, are understanding what's going on and how they're being affected, but because I'm very vocal about it. So,
Yeah.
and
I,
I've shown them with the grounding devices how, like one guy at work, he had his teeth were in pain and he had swollen glands. So I gave him a grounding device, and his glands were unswollen by the end of the day, and his teeth didn't hurt. So he listens to what I say now, you know, and he does have a lot of health effects from it, and I can track them out for him and tell him that like the day before he's going to have some problems, and help him with a few things.
well, it's absolutely necessary to get the word out to people who will listen.
Mm-hmm.
If they're not listening, you're kind of you're kind of wasting your time.
Oh,
Um,
it took real convincing. Like it was funny. The kid was like he was sitting there in pain, and he was going to go home from work because he was in
mhm.
so much pain. And he rolled his eyes at me. I didn't even have a device for him. All I had was a battery, and I told him to put his thumb on the negative pole, and it would stop his teeth from hurting. He he almost yelled at me. He said, like, John, don't bug me, And I said, you know what? It takes 30 seconds, 30 seconds of your life. If it does nothing, you've lost absolutely nothing. So he rolls his eyes at me and goes, fine, I'll do it. And like, he was mad. Put his thumb on the battery. Within 5 seconds, the pain started lowering. So he listens to me now.
Mhm.
It takes that kind of convincing for some people, you know. Yeah, it's cold here, Scotty boy. But yeah, these effects, they're real, you know. And that seems, having somebody like a lot of other people that I've talked to, a lot of people just accept it, and go, they're using me as an antenna? Oh, okay. Yeah,
Oh
that
yeah,
sucks. You
why
know,
not?
some people reject it, completely. No, there's no way they can do that, or they wouldn't do that, or, you know, it's unfortunate,
They
you have
wouldn't
to
do
fight
that.
through
Why
that
would
type of thinking, right?
my favorite one is why would they do that?
Yeah, why?
Why would they do that?
Yeah.
They think they've stilled the argument right there.
Yeah, my wife took she believes in the government and institutions and that she did firmly believe um, for a long time until pretty recently. She's starting to get it now, and that's my wife. She listens to me, you know, listen to me talk about this stuff for years and years.
Oh yeah. Well, I believe. Uh, Paul and I have noticed because we both have people that we've been trying to help for years and years. What happens though, a lot of times, is they don't accept it until they think they've discovered it themselves.
Yeah, yeah,
They'll suddenly come in after 20 years of us saying
yes, I do.
something and
I have
go,
had
"Did
that.
you know that this is going on?" And it's like, well, yeah,
Yeah, that's a little annoying and a little funny.
yeah,
But yeah, at least it happens. That's what I think about that.
yeah. We
At
all have
least
to
it
just
happened
kind
for
of
them.
be glad that it happened finally, and now we can talk.
Yeah,
But it happens way too often. It's like then the person will suddenly wake up and go, "Oh my gosh, did you know this is going on?"
that's right, Steve. Yeah, yeah,
The cat, he's lucky. He doesn't have to worry about any of that, do you? No. Mommy protects me. I'm fine. That's what Cowboy says. I got a mommy
oh,
that
whatever.
takes care of all my needs. So, but
She's
we're
a good
lucky. We
mom.
don't, according to the app, we don't have too much. And like it's not very high. The radiation is, or the EMF radiation isn't very high, right?
Yeah, doesn't
So,
matter. Like actually, the level of it. That's what they're working on. Is systems. That's why the nanotech is so useful. Um, did I post how they want to use us as a generator? I'm not sure
yeah.
if I posted that document yet.
Well, we have enough energy in like one blood cell to power a city or something.
Well, they want to use it to. Here we go. This one's really good. I think I posted that one. I don't know. I'll post it again. This is the the title of this document is HEB-MAC hybrid polling MAC protocol for W bands wide body area networks, which is us, operated by human energy harvesting.
Ooh, human
Isn't that
energy
exciting?
harvesting.
Doesn't that sound
That sounds
exciting?
sounds
Something you
yummy.
want to take part in?
Fresh human energy harvesting. Yeah,
Yeah, there's the
sounds great.
document for that, guys. Share these documents out. You know, um,
Mhm.
I think it's important for people to see these things. You can do it on like TikTok or I guess on I don't know what other platform social. I don't use other social platforms, so I don't know. But share it out however you do that.
Oh my gosh. Tell you the truth. I've got my tab open now because I was going to have this show on um, on my tab so that I can. I don't know why it's not working.
Mm.
Why can't I? Okay, my tab is acting weird. I can't go to your show on my tab. That's very odd.
Here we go. I'll post
It won't
this. I'm
let
gonna
me. It
post
won't let me
a.
do that so that I could click that link. I can't click it.
Yeah, We being they like to mess with us, D. So here's a link to the lady that I learned how to search for this stuff myself from. You have to understand the terminology and stuff to find what
Yeah.
they're doing.
Like
Keywords are
stratospheric
like W
aerosol
ban,
injection.
you know, MOSA, SOSA. Look up those words, and it's all in capitals. So
Mosa and Sosa?
yeah, MOSA and SOSA. Check out what those are. And look up the IEEE and see what kind of research they're doing. Um,
I
share this stuff.
Yeah, that sounds like a scream. It sounds like a scream of fear. IEEE.
mm,
I don't
yeah,
think that some of this is really unintentional. I don't believe it's unintentional. I think they
really,
mean it
with
just like they say it. Yeah.
with all the supporting documents telling you what they plan to do and what they're doing, you know.
Yeah.
It, it, they,
I,
you know, if they're operating on the premise that if I told you and you didn't complain, you agreed. Well, here we are complaining.
yes, we're
I am
not
saying
agreeing.
no. I do not want to
I dissent.
be a node in your network. I don't want to be used as an antenna. I don't want to be used as a VPN. I don't
I
want to
do
be
not
used as
consent.
cybersecurity, blockchain, or any other thing, or the cloud. You can
Right.
do
I'm
that
not
with.
your cloud.
Oh, I'm probably way too far away from the mic. Maybe I'll have to get a different mic or something. They're giving me troubles with this one. Passing notes. Don't do it in class, you kitty. But yeah, share these things out, guys. If you have like Facebook accounts and stuff, put those documents up as a post. You know, I'm sure people will
You
be
know what?
interested once they read the titles. You know.
Send them to me on emails. I'll put them out. I'll put them on my channel too. I'll bring them up on my channel.
Yeah.
I
If
can't.
Nina's here, I hope she's taking a few of these. She says she's going to be talking about this tonight, so I hope she takes a few of these
Mhm.
documents.
Yeah, I'm going to be
Uh,
on tonight too. So,
and did I post it?
oh,
No. Okay. So this lady, you know,
the
let's
thing
do it
is I
now.
can't show them because I'm going to be on my phone or my tablet. So I haven't figured out how to do that on a
Oh,
phone. How to show a
well,
document.
this lady here, if you watch, you can go through her videos. She tells you a lot about it. This is where I got a lot of the source documents and learned how to search for stuff myself to find out what like my government is doing and shit. So yeah, you can like because you type in these document names or titles, you know, those keywords that I told you about, like the
Do it
W
with
ban.
a VPN or something though.
W ban. W ban is one of the key ones. The W ban, we're the W ban, the wide body area network.
You've got you've got a some protection right before you go in there. What do they
Hmm?
call it? A VPN or something?
Oh yeah,
Where you look to like where it's not giving your address.
yeah.
I
It's
would
because
recommend
we
you
each
do
have a
that.
MAC address, right? So what it does is
Right.
it uses a person's MAC address instead of a computer's MAC address, apparently.
Well, see, the thing is that I've heard too many people who just went in there and started poking around to these things,
Hmm.
and they start having problems. You got to have a VPN to do any kind of research like this. It's the
Why?
only safe
I'm
way.
already being tracked. They track everything. Having a VPN won't hide anything from them. That's their
Oh,
system. That's their system, right?
well, that's what some people say. That's what people are saying. You can
Yeah,
have,
it's all their system. They've got track and trace on everything. Every keystroke, everything. Doesn't matter if you've got a VPN or not.
I'm not sure they can keep track of it all though yet
Yeah, they can physically find out where it comes from.
because, it seems to me like that
There
would
might
be
be
a
people who
really
could
big
argue
job.
a good points against it, but I'd have a hard time believing it because you know the The system is military. The entire web, any data going over the
Well, that's
web,
true.
is
The
is going
internet was
through the military system.
originally military, yeah.
Well, yeah, they still have control over all the hardware and stuff through through the companies. So yeah,
I'm kind of thinking that anybody who's,
even encrypted data, they've got machines to de-encrypt stuff. So that's not a big deal. They've got their D-Wave and all those other supercomputers. They can decode stuff. That'd probably be low-level computation for that computer, for those computers. They've apparently, I learned this. I don't know how accurate this is, but they've had AI since the 50s in deep underground computer
yeah.
systems.
See,
So that
that's
would make sense because in the 70s, if they're using the Lily wave to send and receive personalized emotions or memories to people to trigger emotional states, they'd have to have a artificial intelligence to sort through that, and getting it down the line would be a complicated thing too, because it's a one connected system, right?
well, Steve, I'm classed as an eccentric for sure. And I know John is.
I go to the
We're
fringes.
we're definitely on the fringe. Me and my friends are generally on the fringe, and my show is very fringy.
Yeah,
So
I'm heavily shadow banned here, so
yeah. As
apparently
a matter of
I got some
fact,
new people last night, which was really interesting. It doesn't
amazing when you
usually
get new
happen.
people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
It's like hey, they made a mistake. We got some
yeah,
new
what
people.
happened?
Yeah, something came loose. Yeah, we get them every now and then.
Yeah. Well,
It's very
I
strange.
I have told them that I agree not to talk about their stuff. I guess the stuff they don't want me to talk about. So I've been good about that. So maybe they're
Right.
being nice to me.
As long as we talk about something else, maybe they'll be okay.
Yeah, I don't know how much they like this topic, but oh well. They don't seem to be too bad on it. I haven't gotten strikes for it.
Well,
So
just a few things. No strikes, though.
yeah, just some
You know,
people missing in chat and comments being altered and
and me not getting any kind of a
glitches in the
notification
stream and
about your.
stuff.
I don't
My
get
mic
your
doesn't work very
notifications.
well.
Yeah. And I don't get your notifications, and I don't
Yeah,
get the notifications of anybody I really want to listen to. They send me notifications of all kinds of people, but
right, Dolly.
this I'm cutting back on my subscriptions.
Yeah. Have a good night, Brian. All right, guys. I think I'm going to cut it off here. It's dinner time for Max. So we'll see you all later. This was a good talk.
Okay.
Again, share out these documents as much as you can because,
I'll see you tonight, folks.
yep.
Probably
And
about 8:30 or so.
okay.
And then tomorrow will be our card reading night. So free card
Awesome.
readings tomorrow, Monday night. It'll be our Moon Day Monday, and you're all everybody welcome.
All
And
right.
those of you who are my Patreons get a free spare card.
Cool.
So
Thank you very much.
okay, love
Have a
y'all.
good week, guys.
Thanks for
Talk to you
having
later.
me, and yeah, thanks for having me. Bye
No
bye.
problem. Thanks for coming up, D. We'll see you soon.